Hello everyone, a very good evening to all of you. Welcome to the MCQ Finance Current Affairs session. So I hope I am audible, I hope I am visible. I welcome you all to this particular session, guys. Good evening, Bhakti. So guys, audio, video fine. Shall we start? Okay, thanks for confirming. Let's start today's session. MCQs on finance current affairs. Yesterday we discussed a lot of finance current affairs and today we are going to discuss the MCQs on those finance current affairs. Okay, so let's start. The first question for today: the International Financial Service Center at Gift City continues to attract the global institutions. A new international banking unit is being set up by the leading Asian bank here, reflecting increased international interest in India's financial infrastructure. Which bank has recently announced the establishment of this IBU? So which was the bank who has entered the gift city? It's a Asian bank, right? It was a Asian bank. Guys, the correct choice here will be option B, CTBC Bank. Okay, it's a Taiwan based bank. CTBC Bank has recently announced its setting up of IBU in the gift city. Okay, next question: India continues to enhance the international payment ecosystem through unified payment interface. Recently, we all know that NPCI has again added more and more Indian banks to the UPI Pay Now platform. So as of now, can you guys tell me the total number of Indian banks who are now with UPI Pay Now corridor? Good evening, Aditi. Yes, guys, 19 here is the correct choice. Earlier, we used to have 6. NPCI International Payment Limited, which is a wholly owned subsidiary of NPCI, only has added 13 more in the list, and as of now we are having total 19. Next is regulatory vigilance in the insurance sector is being strengthened. A panel constituted by the IRDAI has been proposed significant reforms to prevent the regulatory arbitrage and ensure better protection of policyholder. What key reforms has the IRDAI panel suggested as of now? What are the key reforms that this particular panel has suggested? Here the correct choice will be option D, prohibiting mergers between the insurance and non-insurance entity. So they have proposed a prohibition on the mergers of insurance and non-insurance entity. Why? Because it is causing conflict of interest. Perfect. Next question: India's financial commitment abroad in the form of equity, loans and guarantee surged in June 2025. This reflects India's deeper participation in the international investments and cross-border trade financing. What is the outward FDI during June 2025 alone? So you just need to tell the data of June 2025. $5.03 billion. Okay, option A is the correct one. Next, the Securities Exchange Board of India, SEBI, has taken a landmark step by granting the first ever registration to a SMREIT, Small and Medium Real Estate Investment Trust? Which company has received the first SMREIT registration as of now? Important, very very important. Option E here is the correct choice. Okay, option E here is the correct choice. Very good, perfect. So Bhakti, Priyanka, Aditi, very good. Next question. India's outward FDI continues to grow as Indian companies expand globally. According to RBI data, for the first quarter of financial year 2026, so as of now you need to tell the quarterly data from April to June 2025. What was the cumulative FDI? What was the cumulative FDI for the Q1 in financial year 2026? Quarterly data. Any guesses? Correct choice is $6.64 billion. Okay, $6.64 billion, option B. Okay, next one. RBI granted in principle approval to a fintech startup. Under which category this approval has been made to the fintech startup, which is EximPay? Under which category this particular entity received RBI's in principle approval? Option C, payment aggregator cross border. Okay, payment aggregator cross border. Perfect. Acha, can you guys tell me the range eligibility size of the SMREIT? We are talking here about the asset size. Okay, we all know that SEBI has introduced a new concept of SMREIT. What is the asset size here? What is the asset size range here? Very very important. ऑप्शन ई 50 to 500 करोड़. ओके, सो गाइस कोई भी क्वेश्चन SMREIT, REIT, इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर इन्वेस्टमेंट ट्रस्ट से रिलेटेड आपको बहुत अच्छे से प्रिपेयर करना है. ओके, so guys, if you are preparing for RBI grade B examination, this is a live webinar on 27 July at 4 PM. You can register for it. Link is there in the comment section, description box. Okay, next question. SEBI mandated certain investor participation levels for any SMREIT to ensure liquidity and broad-based ownership. Can you guys tell me the minimum number of unit holders required for forming an SMREIT? Minimum number of unit holders required for forming a SMREIT. Now this particular question was not there in yesterday's finance current affairs session. However, you need to know this data. So 200 is the correct choice, option D. Okay, 200 is the minimum number of unit holders you need in order to form a SMREIT. Next question. Can you guys tell me the minimum investment amount for starting a SMREIT? Number of members is 200. Asset size is 50 crore to 500 crore. What about the minimum investment amount? Let's suppose I want to invest in a SMREIT. What is the minimum amount I must be having for entering in this kind of arrangement? Option C, 10 lakhs. Okay, option C, 10 lakhs. Very good, Bhakti and Priyanka. Option C, 10 lakhs. Again, very very important. हाई चांसेस कि इन क्वेश्चंस के अंदर से आपको एक एग्जाम में मिल सकता है SMREIT से रिलेटेड. ओके, India's reinsurance market is evolving rapidly with new partnerships being between the domestic and the global players. Recently, a 50-50 joint venture JV was announced between two major entities. Can you guys tell me which were those two companies who have formed this joint venture, 50-50 joint venture in case of a reinsurance business? Geo Financial Services and Alliance. इन दोनों ने यहाँ पे पार्टनरशिप करी है. दिस इज अ यूएस एंटिटी बेसिकली और जियो फाइनेंशियल सर्विसेज को कोई भी इंट्रोडक्शन की नीड नहीं है. राइट, ऑप्शन बी. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. अमिड राइजिंग scrutiny around the greenwashing and evolving climate goals, a major bank has recently exited the net zero banking alliance NZBA, which is a UN backed alliance, right? Can you guys tell me which financial institution has recently withdrawn from NZBA? A very simple question, a very direct one. Option B, HSBC is the correct choice. Okay, HSBC is the correct choice. HSBC Bank became the first one to exit from the Net Zero Banking Alliance. This is a UN backed alliance. Next, in a significant regulatory development, a leading payment bank has been recently included in the RBI's list of scheduled bank. So recently a payment bank got a place in RBI's list of scheduled bank. Which payment bank has recently attained this scheduled bank status? Paytm Payment Banks, Indian Post Payment Banks, Airtel Payment Bank, NSDL Payment Bank, or CDSL Payment Bank? NSDL Payment Bank. Okay, NSDL Payment Bank को अब RBI ने scheduled bank बोल दिया है. So guys, if you are having any query, this is particularly my Telegram channel. You can definitely join this. I frequently post content related to finance on this. Okay, and in case of any query, you can always let me know on Telegram or on the YouTube comment section. Next question is to strengthen the risk management and reduce the systemic shocks. SEBI has revised its risk containment measures for the derivatives. So recently SEBI has done what? They have revised the risk measures in a particular derivative. In a particular derivative instrument, they have revised it. Which asset class has seen the margin rules being tightened by the SEBI? So which was the derivative contract which has recently been impacted because of the high volatility? Electricity, right? Electricity is the one. Electricity derivative is the correct choice. Okay, because it is having a high volatility. This is a commodity derivative. Electricity is nothing but a commodity. So उसके अंदर बहुत ज़्यादा volatility होने की वजह से यहाँ पे SEBI ने उसके अंदर काफ़ी सारे rules यहाँ पे भी लगाए. With the evolving debt market, the Indian corporates are increasing their shift towards alternative funding methods. So a recent trend again shows a preference for particular source of finance due to its cost efficiency and flexibility. Which funding route has become more attractive for the corporate borrowers? Bank term loans, external commercial borrowings, venture capital, market borrowings, or asset reconstruction companies? देखो इस वाले का आंसर मार्केट बोरोइंग था. ओके, मार्केट बोरोइंग था. प्लीज ट्राई टू रिमेंबर इन दिस पर्टिकुलर क्वेश्चन द आंसर वाज मार्केट बोरोइंग. corporate companies क्या कर रही है, rather than going through the banking channels, they are preferring more market borrowing. Okay, so broader option होने की वजह से हम यहाँ पे market borrowing को prefer करेंगे. Next question. To strengthen their capital base and meet the regulatory needs, India's public sector banks are gearing up for major fund mobilization through QIPs and bonds. For financial year 2026, how much capital do SBI and other PSBs aim to raise? Correct choice here is 45,000 crore. Okay, option C, very good. 45,000 crore. Next is to support the sustainable development of a key employment generating industry. The government is planning to implement a credit rating mechanism and establish a green fund investment as well. Okay, so first thing is credit rating mechanism and establishing a green fund investment. Which sector is being targeted for the financial reform? Which sector is being targeted for the financial reform here? Option A, MSME, B, startup ecosystem, real estate sector, agriculture sector, or textile sector. Which is the one? Okay, confused between textile or MSME. Any other opinion? The correct choice here is, guys, option E, textile sector. Okay, textile sector is the correct choice. Next is, as part of the comprehensive regulatory measure, SEBI introduced additional rules to improve the functioning of electricity derivative market. Which of the following statement about these reforms is false? Statement number 1. Additional margins can be imposed during heightened volatility. Statement 2. Daily increase limits have been introduced. Statement 3. The objective is to enhance the credibility and hedging utility of electricity derivatives. So what do you think is a false statement? None of the above. Option E. Okay, all are correct. Basically 3 of the statements are correct here, none is false. Next is, the National Housing Bank has decided to publicly share a list of refinance beneficiaries. What is the primary objective of this move? The NHB has publicly shared a list of refinance beneficiary. Why they have done so this time? The correct choice here is, guys, option C, prevent the misuse of refinance funds. Okay, so NHB has noted that there was a misuse earlier of the refinanced funds, so that's why they have this time published a publicly list of the refinance beneficiaries. Option C. Okay, not the rest, only option C. Next is, in a move to boost industrial growth in the Northeast, a major multilateral financial institution has extended funding to support the infrastructure development in one of the region's state. The loan aims to develop the 9 industrial areas to enhance the employment and regional output as well. Which state is set to receive 975 crore assistance? Assam, Tripura, Meghalaya, Arunachal Pradesh, Manipur. The correct choice here is Tripura, okay, and the organization that have given this kind of assistance is ADB, okay, Asian Development Bank. Next is a recent analysis of the GST data reveals that a few Indian states dominate in terms of active GST taxpayer. Can you guys tell me which among the following is one of the top state? One of the top state. Yes, Uttar Pradesh is the correct choice. Uttar Pradesh is leading the pack as of now. Next is India's fintech ecosystem continues to witness innovation with new AI-powered platform. A fintech firm recently launched what is being claimed as India's first fully AI-driven fintech software under the brand name of Next Banking. Which company is behind this particular launch? Which company is the first one to launch a fully AI-driven fintech software? Next Banking. Option A, okay. Option A here is the correct choice. Perfect. Next question is, in collaborative effort to expand the insurance access in the rural India, LIC has partnered with Ministry of Rural Development. This initiative will definitely be promoting a new scheme focused on training women to offer insurance solutions. What is the name of the scheme for which the LIC has partnered with the Ministry of Rural Development recently? A very straight question. Yes guys, Bima Sakhi Yojana, okay, option D, Bima Sakhi Yojana. Next one is, to measure the progress in India's financial inclusion, RBI has recently released an annual composite index. Can you guys tell me the value of RBI's financial inclusion index as of March 2025? What is the recent value of FI index, financial inclusion index? A very simple, a very straight question. 67 is the correct choice, right? Perfect. So from 64.3 now it is at 67%. और क्या ये सिर्फ बैंक अकाउंट्स को कंसिडर करता है? No, it includes all the financial services, and by financial services I mean banking services, fintech services, UPI and all, insurance, pension, postal and whatnot, right? उससे composite index निकाला जाता है. Can you guys tell me which among the following three parameters holds the highest weight in this particular index? We all know that financial inclusion index 3 weight से मिलके बनता है, access, quality and usage. इनमें से सबसे ज्यादा वेट किसका होता है? क्या लगता है आपको? इनमें से सबसे ज्यादा वेट किसका है? ओके, प्रियंका ऑप्शन सी. व्हाट अबाउट अदर्स? सबसे ज्यादा हाईएस्ट वेट किसका है इसके अंदर? यूजेज का ही है. ओके, ऑप्शन सी हियर इज द करेक्ट चॉइस. ऑप्शन सी हियर इज द करेक्ट चॉइस. ओके, सबसे ज्यादा वेट आता है यूजेज का. उसके बाद किसका आता है? एनी आइडिया? सेकेंड वेट किसका आता है? यस, एक्सेस का. और लास्ट वेट किसका आता है? क्वालिटी का. 45, 35, 20. ठीक है, 45, 35, 20. यूजेज का सबसे ज्यादा वेट क्यों है पता है? एक बैंक ने फुल फ्लेज्ड खर्चा किया, रूरल ब्रांचेस तक खोली, रूरल एरिया, सेमी रूरल एरिया, सेमी अर्बन एरिया, हर जगह जाके पेनिट्रेशन किया, सो ये क्या हुआ, एक्सेस हुआ। बट यूजेज का ज़्यादा वेटेज क्यों है? अरे भाई तुम अकाउंट खुलवा के रख लोगे पर यूज़ नहीं करोगे, उससे बुरा क्या हो सकता है, राइट? उससे खराब क्या हो सकता है? इसलिए यूजेज का हाईएस्ट वेटेज है, नहीं तो बैंक के लिए डेड इन्वेस्टमेंट हो जाएगा। बैंक्स ने तो करोर्स ऑफ मनी इन्वेस्ट किया तुम लोगों को एक्सेस देने के लिए, पर कोई यूज ही नहीं कर रहा। सो दैट्स व्हाई इन दिस पर्टिकुलर इंडेक्स यूजेज का सबसे ज्यादा वेट है। ओके, नेक्स्ट, अकॉर्डिंग टू द recent World Bank estimate, India needs massive investments to build resilient and inclusive urban infrastructure. These investments are crucial to meet the demands of a rapid urbanization population. By 2050, how much investment is required in India's urban infrastructure as per a study conducted by World Bank? $2.4 trillion. Okay, $2.4 trillion. Next is SEBI has created basically a compliance workflow, right? This platform will definitely serve as a central point for regulatory filings by the market intermediaries. So what do you think, guys? What is the name of the new compliance platform? Perfect. Option C here is the correct choice. Okay, सामूहिक प्रतिवेदन मंच, ऑप्शन सी इंपॉर्टेंट है। सेबी वाली जो न्यूज़ हैं, सेबी के जो सर्कुलर्स हैं वो इक्वली इंपॉर्टेंट है जितने आरबीआई के सर्कुलर इंपॉर्टेंट है। मैं कहूँगा थोड़े से ज़्यादा भी हो सकते हैं कंसिडरिंग द वेटेज इन द प्रीवियस ईयर क्वेश्चंस। A key infrastructure of commodity derivative markets has received a continued recognition from SEBI. Which clearing corporation recently had its recognition renewed for the next 3 more years? This is related to commodity derivatives. MCX CCL, okay, MCX CCL, which is a wholly owned subsidiary of MCX. Option D. Next question. In a move to improve the working capital access for MSMEs, a new partnership has been formed under the Trade Receivables Discounting System. Which entities have partnered under the RBI licensed Trades platform DTX to exchange the MSME supply chain financing? कौन सी एंटिटीज ने पार्टनरशिप करी थी? Okay, so as of now I have received 2 response, both are E. Okay, what about others? Any other opinion? Is it Yes Bank and RXIL? नहीं आइडिया बाकी किसी को? The correct choice is SBI and Credix. Okay, SBI and Credix is the one who have partnered. Okay, option C. Option C. SBI and Credix. Next question. What was the main objective of the SBI and Credix partnership under the Trades framework? Why they did this partnership on the Trades platform? What was the sole purpose of doing this particular partnership? Now that's a homework question, guys. Let me know later on in the comment section, and I'll be posting the correct choice on the pin comment in the comment section only. Okay guys, so thank you so much for today. These were the MCQs. These are close to 30 MCQs. Okay, so thank you so much. मिलते हैं आने वाले वीक के अगले बहुत सारे लेक्चर्स में रिलेटेड टू PFRDA, रिलेटेड टू RBI एंड व्हाट नॉट. ओके, बाय बाय, टेक केयर. और कोई भी क्वेरी हो तो डेफिनेटली डू लेट मी नो इन द कमेंट सेक्शन, या फिर आप मुझे टेलीग्राम पे भी रीच आउट कर सकते हो कभी भी. नो वरीज. थैंक यू एवरीवन. थैंक यू भक्ति. थैंक यू अदिति. गुड नाइट. थैंक यू प्रियंका.